What is up, and welcome back. I'm still here, you're still here, she's still here. Today we're talking about things you can find on Amazon, because I think Amazon will always be an interesting place, because you can get things like this little guy, right? You can also get things like this. It's like a mini dragon fidget. I have a lot of fidgets for some reason. I also have this. It's like one of those cat toys that you give your cat where they make it the ball spin. It's like that, but you can shift the track. I don't have a lot of weird things that one would have gotten from Amazon, and nor do I have the budget to buy weird things one gets from Amazon. So instead, I just have pretty normal things. But I do have some fairly odd things that I have screenshots of. First off, I found this was very interesting, and honestly not something I meant to take a screenshot of, but just, it's a comb for bald people. It's like a gag gift, I think, to get for like your bald grandfather. It seems really targeted towards grandfather, and there's different versions, which are different prices, which is interesting. Don't quite know why they're different prices. It's because you can get one that says grandpa for your bald grandpa. You can also get one that says papa for your bald papa, and one that says pop for your bald pop. They can't not be bald though, because they actually took out the entire functionality of a comb by removing all of the bristles. Now the point here is there's no point. There's literally nothing to do with this object. And peace and love if you've gotten it for someone you know. I guarantee you that shit has either been thrown away or it's been sitting in a drawer since the day they got it. There's no purpose for that. Like, not even slightly. Maybe if you're trying to like hook something from around the corner. But that's really the only purpose I can see for, do I have the product title here? No, I don't. That's very upsetting. Mostly because this was an accidental screenshot. I didn't mean to talk about it, and then I accidentally screenshotted it, so now I did. We also have, so I only have a screenshot of the bacon one, but they're like weirdly realistic, but there's other ones, and you can just barely see at the bottom there's like an avocado and a banana, and there's a pickle, and I know that because the review I have to read for you is from someone who got the pickle one. They're just weirdly realistic bandages. Now, truly and dearly, besides a 4-year-old who's gonna be like find it whimsical and won't have that band-aid on in about 2 days, what realistic purpose could one have for this? And I get that things don't need to have good purposes. Sometimes they're just for fun. But I mean, like, I wouldn't wear a band-aid that was like that outside of my house. Like, I can imagine doing it as like for fun if I like knew I wasn't gonna leave my home. But like, if I had to go to work and I had a piece of bacon on my arm. Now, for some reason, none of this went in order, and so therefore my review is not with my photo, but so this review is from a grandma who's for some reason titled it herself, which is Grandma's Super Magic Bandages. Big hit with a 7-year-old grandson. It cured a scratch almost immediately. LOL. I thought they would be a pickle picture on a bandage, but no, it's actually pickle shaped. Definitely winner. I question the realism of this a little bit just due to the capitalization, but then I also remember that my grandma sometimes sends me texts that are nonsensical, and then she'll go, that meant thank you. I'm like, how? I love you with all of my heart, my grandma, if you ever see this. I love you so much, but sometimes they don't make sense. Those letters are not near each other. Also, have you turned your autocorrect off? Anyway, we don't need to get into that. I love her so much. My grandma's the best. She's great. I love talking to her. It's just so funny. It brings me an immense amount of joy. They attached an image too, which I don't really know why, because it's not like it's the image of the Band-Aid working. Because I saw no proof that these bandages work. Because there were a couple of other people that were like, oh, I bought it for fun. They're just in our medicine cabinet, or like in our pantry. I'm like, yes, but does it work? Like, is it an effective Band-Aid? Because then I could understand purchasing it, but who knows? Next, we have a fake ultrasound. Now, here's the thing that gets me here is, okay, sure, you're playing a prank. You're playing a little silly little joke where you're like, baby, which is an insane joke, by the way. To 90% of the people that you'd be doing that joke to, like your parents or your partner, that's a crazy joke. And one that I don't think they would find funny. Me personally wouldn't find that funny, but you know, the issue I have here is you could print that online. You could just print it and say that it's a printed copy of your actual ultrasound. Like, they don't need it. This one just seems like you could do it on your own for cheaper. You could pull this one off yourself. You don't need Amazon's weird little things to get you there. I've never actually understood how to read an ultrasound, so I don't know how realistic this is or like what stage of baby it is. Maybe it doesn't make sense there either. Who knows? It does say 50 plus have bought it this month, which is an interesting take for sure. Now, this next one I saw a lot of. There's a lot of fake poop for some reason. Okay? And so I saw the first one and I was like, okay, this is goofy enough. I can take a little screenshot of it and I can put a review. And so the review I have, I'll read it off now. It's like, I had such high hopes for this, but it won't stay on the seat. Kept falling into the toilet, so it wasn't the joke I had hoped for. First of all, it sounds like the joke you played was on yourself, because it does sound like this woman. I say, yeah, woman's correct. Username is Jenny Smith, who did give it 3 stars. You gave it 3 stars, but it didn't work for what is in the product image. Well, I had a point, and then I got distracted by the fact that it's just, so there was a lot of fake poop, and a lot of people putting pictures of their kids playing with the fake poop, and like, was that a joke you did? Why do you have that photo, and why are you posting it on the internet? And I will not be resharing those. But there was a lot of fake poop, like bundle packs. It was all over the place. Like, there's an alarming amount, and just, there cannot be that big of a market. And I say that, but as soon as I glanced back up at my little photos that I'm looking at, that you'll also see, it does say 400 plus bought in the past month. Don't do that. I mean, actually, you know what? I'll give it on this one. I just feel like we could condense the product market. I don't think I needed to scroll through and see like 8 different fake poops. I think that's too many. And then I decided I was just gonna look up my name on Amazon, which at first was like, oh, here's some like novelty t-shirts. It was also a shit ton of pens. Am I unaware of a pen market? Like a Parker pen market? Because like, they weren't like embossed or like engraved pens that said Parker. They were just like some type of Parker pen. Deeply intriguing. Not something I will be looking into today. But there was also like your typical novelty t-shirts that I cannot imagine getting for anyone over the age of about 6. I don't know though. I am actively wearing a Lion King shirt, so maybe I am the target audience. So I have 2 here. I'm that legendary Parker everyone is talking about. I can only imagine myself saying that out loud as a joke where no one else knows I've said it. And then I have another one that's like a nutrition fact one, which is interesting. I'll give it to them. I don't think I've seen one like this before. I'm sure they've been in the market for a while, but me personally hasn't come across it yet. So win there. I don't spend a lot of time on Amazon though. So we have Parker, serving size, one awesome man. Which, I mean, it is a gender neutral name, but sure. Awesome man. Hardworking, 1,000%. Unrivaled skill, 500%. Funny, 100%. Wrong answers, 0%. Flatulence, 110%. Good looking, 200%. Percent daily values are based on your unique diet. Okay, first of all, they don't get why that's like the warning there. That feels like a regular warning for like a regular item, not for this t-shirt. It feels like we could have put something else there. And I'm not claiming to know what. Just like beware of too much intake of this person, I guess. But like, that just, it doesn't seem person related. Also, some of those points were weird. I think my funny percentage should be higher. That was a really bad joke. I don't even know if that counts as a joke. Also, objectively, I don't think anyone would ever be at 0% wrong answers. I know for a fact I've had wrong answers, but we can pretend it would be 0. But I also don't understand why flatulence would be on this shirt. Why is that a percentage that I'm like, this is funny, I'm gonna be wearing it? I guess because I'm an awesome man. These are awesome man qualities. That's where I'm mistaken. I'm looking at it from the position of not a man, when I should be looking at it from the position of a man. Ah, hell yeah. That's accurate. Is that what a man would do? Who knows? Not me. So those are our fun, that's our fun little Amazon deep dive. And it's not a deep dive, it's a very surface level dive. I looked up weirdest products and then also my name, and saw what came up. Amazon is just such an interesting place to me sometimes, because like I know on like Amazon publishing, you can self-publish literally anything ever. It requires like 0 fact checking. They don't do any look into that. And it does seem a little bit like their products go the same way. It seems like no one is quality checking these. No one's looking at them to make sure they're a thing a person would want. Who knows? Because every time I say that, I look up and it's like 20 people are looking at this right now. So maybe I just am unaware of what the market wants. That seems possible. But, you know, that's all I have to say for today. You are free to go. I am free to go. She's not free to go. She has to sleep here. Anyways, I will see you tomorrow, where I'll be talking about a thing doing another thing. Peace.